So we are discussing the fourth chapter. What is the name of chapter? Yes, map. What is map? Map is a representation or the diagram of a earth surface and the flat surface of a paper. It's a map. What are the three types of map? Physical map, political map, then thematic map. So about these three types of map we will discuss. What we get information about in the physical map? What that shows the physical map? Yeah, it gives information about physical factors. For example, mountains, plain areas, desert, coastal plains, is it not? So, the physical map that gives information about the physical factors: mountains, plain areas, plateaus, coastal plains, and deserts. Then, political map. Yes, we get the information about the states, district, and the nation and their boundaries. Is not? You will get the length and you will get the area of a district, otherwise villages, state. It's a boundary of a state. Karnataka, you know about the Karnataka boundary shape. It's a political map. Means which shows the size of Karnataka or like a shape of Karnataka or India. It's a political map. Then a thematic map. Thematic map will be like it's based on the theme. Temperature, the area which receives highest temperature, lowest temperature, moderate temperature. Then based on the rainfall, the area which receives highest rainfall, moderate rainfall, then low rainfall. Then not only about this temperature and rainfall, like the place which grows more rice, the place which grows more ulagadi, so like in a Bagalpur, like a place which grows more ulagadi will be darker, will be in the color, maybe suppose it's red, will be having a red dark color there. The place which grows less ulagadi will be light dark in the color of red, is not? So that is a theme map, thematic map. Now we started to discuss the next concept. It's the component of map. Component of map. I given Miss I wrote some important component. Component means like some parts of a map. It's not okay. Wait. Components is nothing but the parts, types, the important things in the map. Parts of a map. It's the components of a map. Without these components, map cannot be completed without these components. So what are those components? Like distance. Important factors of a map. Distance. What is this distance? So in the map, as I told earlier, suppose it's a map and we have some picture of the country, Mudur, and from here some point is there in the Mudur. Suppose there is one Sst Niketan school, and as you go towards there, we have a Sst Niketan University. So the distance in between the school and university, it's 3 centimeter. Here, it's a 3 centimeter. So how can you get an exact distance from here to here? How can you get to know about the exact distance? So by reading the distance symbol here, it will be having a distance symbol that shows 1 is to 500 meters. That means 1 centimeter in the map is equal to 500 meters on the real ground or earth surface. That means 1.5 kilometer. Exactly, it has 1.5 kilometer distance from here, from school to university. It's an example. So this distance, with the help of a distance, means with the correct distance, every map are prepared. Suppose they don't have a link with a real surface, the distance is not having a link with the real surface. Otherwise, if they don't have a correct measurement, if they are not showing the correct measurement, suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾನಿಕೇತನ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಾನಿಕೇತನ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, is not. If you calculate, you will get a 2 centimeters, and real earth, on the real earth surface you will get only 500 meters. According to that, you are getting 1 kilometer. Then it's wrong, is not. If it is wrong, it's not a map, it's a sketch. If it is wrong, it is not a map. ಸ್ಕೆಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಮಗೆ ತಲೆಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನೋ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ರಾಣಿ ಬಂಗ್ಲೋ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೋದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಡಿಗೆ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕೆಚ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ರಾನ್ by having exact distance, means by getting an information about exact distance. So it's the distance is very much important component in a map. The distance between two places in map it shows exact is having exact distance on earth surface. So what the distance shown in the map is actually its exact distance on the earth surface, but the ratio is different. Ratio ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the 1 centimeter on the map, it's 1 kilometer on the earth surface. It's a ratio. But if you calculate according to the ratio, according to that distance, you will get exact location or exact distance. Maps drawn with real information of a distance. With the help of scale. Here, to get an exact distance on the earth's surface, to write down the map, the scales are used. The scale is important. The scale are used here. So what is that scale? The scale are used to measure exact distance. In different method. So we have two scales. One is large scale, another one small scale. There are two types of scales. There are two types of scale used in map or large scale and the small scale. large scale map and the small scale map. These are the two scales which is used in a map. Okay. So here in the distance, there are two. In the distance concept, we have two scales which are used in a map. One is large scale, another one small scale. So what is a large scale? So here, in the large scale, the large area. So the India, you will have a comparative. The India, suppose so it is center, suppose. So this large area, this big landmass, 3.28 million square kilometer landmass we have of India. So these landmass, big landmass, are shown in a very small distance, in a small scale, is it not? It is having around 3,214 kilometers of length. India actually. These 3,214 kilometers of length are shown in around 10 centimeters, suppose. Are shown in a 20 centimeter. Whereas 20 centimeter and 3,214 kilometers. Is it not? That 3,214 kilometers are shown in a 20 centimeter. It's a large scale. Means the large area shown in a small scale. Large area shown in the small piece of paper, it's called as large scale. Then ulta in the small scale. First we will discuss about large scale. The large area shown by using a small distance. Large area shown in a small scale is called as large scale. Then the small scale, the small area shown in a somewhat like a broader. Suppose here we have Mudod. In compare with India, Mudod is a somewhat very small. It is a very teeny place, is not? So this place has shown somewhat bigger. That means the 500 meters, suppose it's a length of 1 kilometer, it's shown in a 20 centimeter. It's reduced to the 20 centimeter, 1 kilometer reduced to 20 centimeter. But here in the large scale, 3000 kilometer reduced to only 20 centimeter. Is not? It's a large scale. That means large area reduced to small area. Here in comparing with small area, somewhat it is shown in a large scale. It's called as small scale. Small area shown in large scale. So you will get a confusion in between. Here the large scale, you are having a small scale, and when we are discussing a small scale, you have a large scale word. Is not? So don't get a confusion here. Is it over? Okay. Then we have directions. Directions. So we have 4 directions. What are those? North, south, west, east. Is it not? So we have like this. North, south, west, east. Is it not? No, then how? Yes. The north is always in a top. North, always. It's a universal fact. So actually it's like this, no? The north, it should be always facing towards top, and south, and the west and east. In a north and south you may not get a problem, but you will get a problem in this west and east. So to remember that, it's very easy. We. Now we know about that we. We, us, is not. They, we, it's a one noun, is not. The we. We. West, east. That's it. So it's a direction. In between this, we have 4 more directions. What are those? In Kannada, we say Purva, Paschima, Uttara, Dakshina. Purva, east. Purva, Paschima, Uttara, north. Dakshina, south. Then we have 4 more other directions. What are those? Huh? North, west. Here we have north. This direction is northwest. Here, yes, north, east. So because this east is in the part of northern direction, is not. And above from this direction, all calculated as north. So this eastern direction. So this portion is called as northeast direction. Same here. This direction, southwest. Here, southeast. So this directions are calculated, and according to all these directions, map are drawn there with the help of directions. Suppose we have Mudor over here, and we have Saniketan, and we have a bridge. Suppose here, with the help of directions, the map will be made. Help of a direction. Suppose it is made ulta, like suppose they are showing north here, south there. Then what happens? And the person who is standing here is standing in the middle here. He want to get into the Sainiketan campus. You want to meet a Mahesh Sir. So you want to go to the Sainiketan campus. And he opened a map and he is looking into that. So according to the map, what that shows, if he goes towards this northern direction, is not. Suppose he has made, according to my map, if he is go to northern direction, you will get a Sainiketan. But the real one is that, suppose it's like that, real Sainiketan is here and bridge is there. He is standing there. Real one, and he has to go to north there, and he will get it. But here, suppose they are showing the ulta, and if he goes towards south, he will get to Sainiketan. Then will he get the Sainiketan? Then what will he be getting into? Bridge there, Kataprabha, is not. And it's a problem. So this map is drawn with the help of these all the directions. These all directions are calculated carefully, and we have 2 important directions. One is north, south, east, west as one cardinal directions, and northwest, northeast, southwest, southwest, southeast. It's like a sub-cardinal directions we have in this. Directions mentioned in maps it help us to get information, So with the help of directions, maps are created. The cardinal directions or north, south, west, east. These are the cardinal directions. Pradhana Dikkulu. The main directions, cardinal directions. Then intermediate directions are northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. These are the intermediate directions. So in these directions we have two types, means two kind of directions. One is cardinal direction. Yes. The important directions, north, south, west, east. In between that, like intermediate, in between this we have four more: northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. Northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. Then we have compass. So here you might be knowing about this compass. This needle, like a sharp needle. It's like arrow mark that always shows towards north direction. It's one object machine, and that always shows towards north direction, and it will be having magnet. So that magnet that turns towards north direction wherever you turn towards any direction, but always that shows towards north direction. So this compass, it's also mentioned in the map. In the right top corner you will be having a compass. In any structure, any design, there will be showing the compass, but it is important. In every map, this compass will be used, it will be shown. So it's used to read the map. It's very much important to read the map. Suppose this compass is showing towards this side. Suppose this compass is showing towards the eastern direction. real eastern direction, what we have to do? We have to turn the map correctly. Is not. We have to place the map the correctly that in which this north should show the northern direction. That means the top. Is not. It's not correct. It's not correct in position. It's not. It's not in correct in position. It's showing towards the eastern direction, but it's mentioned as a north. So that means, is the map is wrong? No, we are reading that is wrong. The way we are reading it's wrong. The map is not wrong actually. They mentioned correctly. But we have to turn that. That means we have to turn the map as this direction shows towards north. Then it's a correct. So it's a compass. This compass earlier the sailors like the people, they used to travel on the water in search of a land, in exchanging the goods, commodities. They used to travel on the water, called as sailors. Nadi Kadalu Savaru is like earlier in the ancient period, the European people they reached India in this same method, sailors. Means they were not having any destination, but they used to move, and their main activity is traveling on the water in searching new lands or new things. So the sailors they came India through this process. So this method they were using to reach some positions or some other directions, like some other direction to reach that they were using this compass. They were having this compass like in this, it's an object like a clock. It's like compass something. So it's look like a watch, but it's a compass. Earlier they were using like a sailors who were traveling in the ocean. They were using, because at that time they didn't have a watch, they didn't have any Android mobile to see the time and see the directions. So on that time they were using this compass to get a direction. So this compass is helping us to get to know the direction of a land or direction of this map, to read the map. So that's what it's another one component here. Compass was using by sailors to find out the directions. So the compass, which is drawn in top right corner, in map, helps, map shows north direction always. It helps us to read map. So it's like this.